Georgia.
Yo,
Yo,
what's good?
very good.
It's good.
Betty Milder. She was the perfect voice for Georgia.
Who?
Betty Milder.
Oh,
Yeah, Betty Milder. Yeah. Like this movie got some classic songs though.
yeah, do.
Yeah, because I remember them playing them in the movie, and and my friends from high school, from well, not just high school, but elementary, middle, and high school, they know this film too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the most underrated films.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I.
Yeah, no one talks about this film other
No,
than us.
no.
How's your day been?
It's been alright. Just selling some stuff on eBay and stuff like that. What about you?
Mm-hmm. I'm just ready for Christmas to be here.
Oh, yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah, ain't that far away.
yeah, ain't that far away.
Yeah.
I'm getting Procreate. I already said that I'm getting Procreate dreams for Christmas.
Oh, are you?
Huh?
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
That's
My,
good.
my sister my sister's gonna buy me it.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
it's only $19.99, so it's a good price.
Right, that's not bad.
Yeah. That's because Procreate the art app, the art company, they they create in all of an all animation app. So
Mm,
Procreate Dreams is like Procreate, but in animated, like it's an animation app. Because I'm familiar with the the animation assistant in Procreate, and so it's essentially Procreate, but with but it's a full on animation app.
right.
And the best thing about it is that you can transfer your Procreate artwork from Procreate and into Dreams, and you can turn them into tracks, and you can just animate them
Mm-hmm.
by keyframing, like keyframing, there's keyframing, and there's keyframing, performing, and pretty much that.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Well.
keyframing, performing, like, but the perform tool, that's where that's where your animation, like the animation go like runs in real time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I don't want so after they so overall I said that, yeah. So so that's a different the three different techniques of Procreate animation. It's not just for professional animators, but it's also for people who like to like, you know, it's not for animators, but it's also for um hobbyists like me, because I'm a hobbyist
Right.
at best.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely understandable.
Hmm. Oh, wait. So the three main things, the three main ways to animate on Procreate Dreams is keyframing, performing, and frame animation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that cell animation.
Mm.
Because back in the day, there were no computers, so you had to trace everything, trace everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Right.
And Oliver and Company is no exception. Is that it's no exception.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they did experiment with computers. Well, during the rise of Great Mouse Detective, that's where Disney started to incorporate like that computer like generate animation,
Right.
especially during. I don't know if you've seen the film Great Mouse Detective.
I don't think so.
No, but I won't spoil it. But it's during the climax of the film. It's the climax, and
Yeah.
yep,
Okay.
and that's where they incorporated that 3D animation look.
That's what's up.
Yeah, Billy Joel,
Yeah, Billy Joe.
one of the greatest,
Yep. That's true.
legendary.
I agree.
Him, Gabriel Sullivan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Culture Club.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's me on the next review.
Oh, Culture Club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, Culture Club, and I'm gonna do, and we're gonna tackle. We're gonna go to Otzi,
Oxy.
Australia.
Okay.
Yeah, Australia, and and going to tackle a alternative rock group called Custard.
Okay.
Yep,
Can't wait for it.
yep. So Custard, and Culture Club. Then next is the bar. Yeah, I think the barge. Yeah, the barge.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, I think you're right. It's the Barge.
Yeah, they need their flowers ahead of time.
I agree.
Yeah, because I know for a fact that a lot of the members are still living.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. But it's so, but their personal life is so messed up.
I know. Yeah, it is.
Like uh, underneath all that lightheartedness is just messed up.
Right.
So I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Let's go.
All right. So what's good, YouTube? This is Rich Jumbo in the building, and I got my best friend Mike with me,
Yo.
and today we're gonna tackle a classic soundtrack an underrated to an underrated Disney film from the late '80s, and it's Oliver and Company. And the film was directed by George Scribner, and the genre soundtrack was released. Well, the genre soundtrack is pop rock, blues rock, and film score. And the label that the album was released on is Walt Disney, the Disney label. So so quick quick introduction. How did you get into Oliver and Company?
I saw it when I was younger. It was way younger. when I saw it. I think it came on TV. I don't really remember all of it, but I like I want to rewatch it, and I hope that it comes out. I hope it comes out on 4K. That's what I'm hoping for. Because if it is, I wouldn't mind owning it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's very. This is a very underrated movie, and really no one talks about Oliver and Company. I forget that Oliver and Company exists sometimes myself. You know what I mean? And especially being a Disney film.
Yeah,
Like when you think of Disney films, you think of Beauty and the Beast, or um, the
Aladdin.
Aladdin, and all them other classics. You know what I'm saying? So Oliver and Company, one of the most underrated, and it came out in the 80s. I believe it came out like late.
88,
Yeah,
88.
about 88. Yeah. So, yeah. So, and it wasn't, I don't know, at the time, like, there was some animated movies, but I didn't, and, for me, I didn't see too many animated films like from the 80s that came out, but I guess I kind of could see that this was lost in the shuffle in a way, but at the same time, like this movie definitely deserves its flowers too.
Yeah, it does. All right, yeah, yeah, it does. Like, but there's other Disney films that are also underrated as well.
Hmm.
Um, the '85 film, The Black Cauldron.
Yeah.
Yeah, The Black Cauldron. No one talks about that film because the
Yeah.
reason why, because people seem to forget that film exists, because that was during Disney's dark ages,
Right.
where they want to make it, they want to be a bit more darker, and the Black Cauldron was one of the was one of the first Disney films to have a PG rating.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you think of Disney, you think of like G-rated films, but that's by far one of the first animated keyword animated films to receive a PG rating.
Right.
Yeah, because you have stuff like Watcher in the Woods. You have yeah, you have things like you have stuff like Watcher in the Woods
Mm.
and something wicked this way comes.
Right.
Yeah, all that stuff. So yeah,
Hmm.
you got a lot of. So yeah, you do got a lot of.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of films that are very underrated. Um, Return to Oz is another one. I think. Well, that film does have a cult following too. Well, Oliver and Company. This film does have a cult following too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Return to Oz is another one
Hmm.
as well because that's what that's where that's basically like they're taking they took Wizard of Oz, which like lighthearted, yeah, but it was scary at the same time. But it
Right.
wasn't like full dark.
Right.
Whereas Return to Oz, they had things they went a bit more darker
Hmm.
with scenes of Dorothy getting shock therapy, um, a room full of heads,
Hmm.
wheelers, all that stuff.
Right.
Oh, let's not forget Brave Little Toaster, another one.
Hmm.
Yeah. So for me, how I got into Oliver and Company is I just watched it through VHS, and like I said, I similar to you, I watched it while I was very young, and I remember this film by heart because I watched this film many times, and I was never bored by it at all
Right.
because you got cats like Billy Joel playing
Yeah.
as Dodger,
Yeah.
one of my favorite roles in any Disney film,
Mm-hmm.
and then Georgette, who plays not Georgette, Betty Milder playing as Georgette,
Mm-hmm.
and she's by far one of the funniest characters in the film because she's one of those stuck up stuck up rich people, but she does have heart of gold inside.
Right.
So she's pretty much a lovable lovable alpha bitch.
Mm-hmm.
It's someone who acts like someone who acts similar to how an alpha bitch acts like, but they actually have a heart of gold. They're actually very good people.
Mm-hmm.
So that jerk that jerkish behavior is actually a facade. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Mm.
So I think this is by far one of Disney's most underappreciated films because no one talks about because again, people when this film came out, it had like a mixed reception because people either loved the film or they did dislike the film. Excuse
Exactly.
me, or they think this film did not live up to like the adaptation of Oliver Twist because this film, similar to other Disney films, this film was based off of a tale, based off a book called Oliver Twist, and people said that it's another like it's not faithful to the original source material,
Right.
but but look here, what they seem to fail at is that every Walt Disney film, every film that we know and loved, all of them were based off of fairy tales, pre-existing stories.
Right.
You got Snow White. Snow White was based off of Snow White.
Yeah.
Cinderella, Cinderella. The OGs, the like the fairy tale itself, Cinderella. Sleeping Beauty, Pocahontas, Mulan. Like all of those, like let's not forget Lion King,
Yeah.
Hamlet,
Yep.
Lion King, Hamlet.
Yes.
Yeah, because Lion King is based off of what William Shakespeare.
Mm-hmm.
You can definitely see it in the film. You can definitely see the metaphors within the film. So it's no stretch to say that Oliver and Company was not based off of fairy, but based off of a tale itself, Oliver Twist.
Mm-hmm.
But but considering that it's Disney, they change it into being a bit more family friendly. So
Right.
what they did is that they added like so they changed the humans into anthropomorphic animals essentially.
Uh-huh.
So Oliver is a cat. Dodger is the Jack Russell Terrier. Roscoe and DeSoto, two twin are twin Dobermans.
Right.
Tito, he's the Chihuahua. Francis, the Bulldog. Einstein is the Great Dane, and Georgette, the Poodle, and Rita is the Saluki.
Okay.
Yeah, Saluki. That's what they're called. That's what they're called. They're called Saluki.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the album cover is what you was what you would so the album cover is here's the album cover right here. I want to do it on my phone because my I don't want to do it on my computer because yeah,
Right.
obvious reasons. But
Yeah.
here's how it looks. I want to turn my camera on.
Okay.
That's how it looks. It's similar. It's very like it looks the same as how it look on a VHS.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So here's the VHS of the film. See, that's the VHS.
Yep. Memories.
That's what I had the VHS version of the film.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That is
very
awesome.
dope, very dope film, very slept on.
Yeah, I like the art cover way too.
Yeah,
You know.
so those are your main characters. This is Oliver the cat, Dodgers the Jack Russell Terrier, Francis the bulldog, Einstein's the Great Dane, Cheeto is the Chihuahua,
Mm-hmm.
Georgette the poodle, and Rita is the Saluki, and Sykes he's the loan shark, and Jenny and Fagin he's a poor man, and Jenny she's the sweet rich girl, and Winston is the butler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He also runs a taxi as well. So
Right.
taxi driver, taxi driver, butler, you name it.
Mm.
So it had 6 songs. This so this is a very short, very short soundtrack. 6 songs. Let's get out of the park.
I
So the first track is "Once Upon a Time in New York City," which was sung by Huey Lewis. Very nice way to start off the album, and also a very nice way to start off the film. And pretty much this whole song talks about how New York is a New York is a very hard place to live in, despite how on the surface it's very fun, it's big, it's people think it's a people think it's a perfect place to live in, but when you dig deeper into the lore, when you dig deeper into the underbelly of New York, it's actually a very hard place to live in
right.
because when you think about it, you have gangsters, you got shoot gun like shootings, robbery, stray animals, everything. And when Huey Lewis says it's a big old battle, tough old town is true because he's saying that New York is not always sunshine and rainbows,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna face a lot of trouble, a lot of problems living in New York. It's not a safe place to live in as well.
Right.
Because when you think of films, think, think of the film Precious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Precious. Think of that film,
Yeah.
and in that film, a lot of stuff happened. For example, Precious gets pregnant by her dad.
Right.
Um, Mary, played by played by the magnificent Monique, she throughout the film abused her daughter, like abuse from physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, and verbal abuse.
That's
Yeah,
yeah. That movie is like It's a very sad movie. It's kind of like hard to sit through.
Yeah,
That
it's very, very dark. Very,
yeah,
very like it's not for everybody because of how the film is made.
right.
It's not for everybody because
No,
I mean, would you want to invite like how would you feel if you invite your family over to your house and you want to say and you say, hey, let's put on Precious.
yeah, no. I don't
They'll,
think any people
they'll
watch.
hate you for weeks.
Yeah, I don't think any
Yeah,
people will watch it.
yeah. So the song "Once Upon a Time in New York City" is a tribute to the city that never sleeps.
Yeah.
Huey Lewis sings about how there's always an opportunity in New York City, no matter who you are or where you come from. The city may be tough, but it's also a place where dreams can come true. The lyrics suggest that beginnings are contagious in New York City, and the city is always setting stages and turning pages for whoever is willing to take a chance. The song encourages people to believe in their dreams and to go out and try with the assurance that the city is behind them. The verses go on to suggest that even though New York City may seem tough and lonely at times, dreaming is still how the strong survive. The song is a reminder that in New York City, people are free to be whoever they want to be on their terms. It also highlights that the city can be brutal and isolating. The line, "How could anyone stay starry-eyed when it's raining cats and dogs outside, and the
Hmm.
rain has said now you're on your own," is especially evocative. Overall, the song is an ode to the city's resilience and abrasiveness, and a tribute to Huey Lewis's love for the place. So very dope, very dope song. Mem- one of the most memorable songs of this album. I mean, of the soundtrack. So I
Hmm.
love it, because it sets the mood for the whole film.
Yeah, I like it as well too. Huey Lewis, he did a pretty magnificent job on that song. Um, this is probably like the first time I've heard it like in so long. So yeah, this is a great way to start off the track. So I agree 110%.
Yep. Now we get to my favorite track off the soundtrack, and it's done by one of the legendary pop like rock musicians, or also also known as the Piano Man, Billy Joel.
Yes.
Why should I worry? One of the most famous infectious songs on this album. Like very infectious, very upbeat, very catchy, and similar to the first song. This song will get you hooked instantly to the film.
Hmm.
So what the song is about is that he speaks about his love for New York City, and how the rhythm of the city is a part of him. He talks about how he can go from uptown Central Park to downtown Delancey Street and feel the beat of the city all around him. He
Right.
brags about his street savvy and improvisation, improv, improvisation skills, which he uses to navigate the bustling streets of the city. He feels a sense of ownership over New York City, and says that once you understand the rhythm of the city, you can own it too.
Hmm.
The chorus repeats the question, "Why should I worry?" And Joe answers it by saying that he may not have wealth or resources, but he has something even more valuable: street sidewalk fare. He then speaks about how things seem to fall into place for him in the city, with people adoring him at places like the Chelsea and the Ritz. He ends the song with the repetition of the hoo 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 sound,
Yeah.
which emphasizes the rhythm and energy of the city. Overall, the song is a celebration of the city's culture and spirit, as well as declaration of Joel's own confidence and pride in his place in it. And and that's very true because once again, Billy Joel was raised in New York City.
Right.
He was born in New York City. So this
Mhm.
song fits perfectly for him.
Right.
And that's where you get to see Dodger, like what one of my favorite characters in the series. Well, not in the series, in the film. And also he's also some people's favorite crush too.
Yeah.
Yeah, furry crush.
Right.
Yeah. So this is a very, very dope song. One of the best songs on the soundtrack and the film. If you don't know this song, then I don't know what to tell you. This song should have be in one of your catalogs
Hmm.
or or your vinyls. Very dope song. I love it all the way.
Mm. I like this song too. Um, yeah, he definitely did his thing. Um, the the production, and it goes with the movie too. So yeah, I agree with you 100, everything you said 110%.
Yep, Billy Joel. That's that man right there.
Hmm.
Yep. Now the next track is Streets of Gold, and this is sung by Ruth Pointer. Again, a very dope song right here, and this song is about the struggles of living on the streets and the survival techniques needed to make it. The lyrics speak to an individual who is new to the homeless lifestyle, telling them they need to be cleaned up and trained on how to survive. The song's matter of fact tone shines a light on the harsh reality of homelessness, where one must learn how to survive and thrive in order to make it. The song goes on to explain that those with talent can make it on the streets, and it is important to pay attention and learn from those who have been successful. The lyrics suggest that in order to live week to week, one must have a certain set of skills and rules, namely not getting caught. The message of the song is that life on the street is tough, but with the right mindset and technique, one one can become resilient and make it through. Very dope song. Love the message, and I love Ruth Pointer's vocals.
Mm.
And yeah, very dope song. Another memorable song on the out all the soundtrack and the film. So I love it.
Yeah, this is another good song too. Um, I've always been a fan of Pointer Sisters, and the fact that this is pretty much Ruth Pointer. This is her solo. I dig it. I like it. It fits. It fits with the movie.
Yep. Hmm. Yeah. When it comes to the Pointer Sisters, I'm gonna keep it up with you. I never heard. I was never familiar with their discography or their
Hmm.
albums,
Yeah.
so I can't really say my thoughts on whether I like them or not. Like I love Ruth Pointer, but
Right.
when it comes to the group itself, I can't say my thoughts because again, I never heard. I was not familiar with their discography.
Right. Yeah, they had some good. They had some hits. I will say that.
Yeah, they do got some hits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, track four. Well, track one, two, three, four. Yeah, track four is perfect. Perfect isn't easy, and this is by Betty Milder, who voices Georgette, the the spoiled poodle. Very good, very good song here, and this song basically talks about Georgette. She's a rich girl. Like I said, she's like that rich, spoiled, wealthy girl, but she's a poodle as well. So this song fits her perfectly. So the song is about an orphan kid named Oliver who joins a gang of dogs in New York City. Betty Betty Milder voices the character of Georgette, an arrogant and snobby purebred poodle. In the song, Georgette sings about the pressure of being the perfect show dog and the work it takes to maintain her appearance.
Mm-hmm.
She acknowledges that perfection is not easy, but it's part of who she is, and that she does what she must in a world where everyone is watching. Georgette's lyrics reveal a vanity that goes beyond the norm and border on the obsessive. She believes that she's a work of art in motion and that each little movement she makes is a pose. The song also implies that being perfect takes a great deal of work and that not everyone is cut out for it. Milder's the delivery of the song is crucial to its satirical look at perfection, as well as her realization that it's all in vain. In the end, Georgette realizes that while she may be perfect, it ultimately does not bring her true happiness or fulfillment. So, very good song, very good message, and I love Betty Miller's vocal, Miller's vocals. So I love. So yeah, this song's a this song's a must listen to. I recommend it.
This is a pretty good. This is a pretty good song. Um, yeah, I didn't even know that she was even on a soundtrack, or I didn't even know she was in a movie. But yeah, this was actually good. Um, I I I think it's dope. Production is good. She actually did a thing in it. So I like it.
Yeah, Betty Milder. Oh, she's still living too. Oh yeah, yeah. She's still living.
Yeah, she's still around. Yep.
Yeah, dope woman.
Hmm.
And that's another artist that I was not familiar. I'm not familiar with her discography like that too. Other
Yeah,
than the fact that she voices Georgia.
she got some great. She got some great songs and
Yeah.
to for a singer. She's done some good movies too.
All right. Track five is "Good Company." This is a very cool song right here, and pretty much this whole song self-explanatory. Um, the whole theme of "Good Company" is that it's all about a girl wanting a friend.
Hmm.
That's the whole song's about. It's about a girl who is lonely and she wants a friend, and anyone can relate to this song where you'll be in that situation where it's not just rich people, but just
Right.
normal people who feel lonely and they have no one to play with.
Hmm.
But then you find someone that you're compatible with, and you form you form a friendship with that person, or if it's an animal like a dog or a cat or a mouse, what have you, and the two of you build a strong connection. So that's what I got from this song. It's just a simple, sweet, I mean, heartfelt song about the feeling of loneliness and wanting a friend to be by your side. So very good song, very heartfelt song, and heartwarming song. Love it.
Yeah, this was a pretty good. This was pretty good. Um, they definitely did that thing on there. Um, yeah, I like it. I like the production, I like the sound. I like it.
Yeah, and this was sung by the character of Jenny. Yeah, Jenny. Yeah,
Okay.
Jenny,
Okay.
who is the rich girl, and unlike and unlike other rich people, she's very sweet.
Mm-hmm.
She's nice. Like she's very nice. She's sweet. She's compassionate. She's not one of those stuck up rich people.
Right.
Like and she's essentially like think of Courtney from After by Ginger.
Right.
Yeah, because Courtney is another character who again is rich, but she's not heartless.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's very sweet. She's very kind, and she's Ginger's real best friend.
Right.
Her real best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what I got from the song. Good company. Overall, very good song about want, wanting a friend.
Right.
So that you don't end up feeling lonely. All
Exactly.
right. And the last track is why should I why should I worry? And this and it's the reprise. So what that means reprise is that it's some not just about it's a reprise is sing song all over again. What it is. Mom, stupid Wi-Fi. There you go. So it's basically so it's basically repeat is a repeated passage in music
Mm-hmm.
is what it is. So reprise is a repeat passage in music. So it's just Dodger and the gang just singing "Why Should I Worry," and that's like the ending of the soundtrack in the film. So very cool way but end of the album, well the soundtrack.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, it was good. Good way to end. Like you said, good way to end off the soundtrack. It was pretty dope. I like it.
Yeah, and that's all the songs. So overall, very dope soundtrack, very underrated soundtrack, and again, if you don't have this in your collection, must have. I really recommend it because if you like those film score, pop rock, blues rock, traditional pop songs that Disney is known for, then you will love this soundtrack. Like it should have been like this soundtrack should have been mentioned a lot more. Not just the soundtrack, but also the film. Like the film should have had its flowers a long time ago. And I'm glad that you and I are giving this soundtrack its flowers.
Right.
Yeah, because again, similar to um, Disney's other films, which don't get as much recognition, the Fox and the Hound,
Mm.
which is another one, which is highly underrated.
Right.
Um, Oliver and Company, the soundtrack is a must listen to because it's very like the whole soundtrack is it's fire. It's it can make you party, it can make you relax, and it can make you feel nostalgic. And but that being said, I'm giving this soundtrack a thumbs up, a very big thumbs up because this is a film. This soundtrack is a classic, and it should be mentioned a lot more in the by Disney heads and music heads.
I agree, 110%. I give it, I give it thick, I give it thick, I give it big enthusiastic thumbs up.
Hmm. Yep.
Um, that this is a good, very underrated soundtrack. No one talks about it. The production was great. Everybody did their thing, and good way to begin the soundtrack, a good way to end off the soundtrack. So I have really nothing against it. So yeah, very good soundtrack, a definite must own in your collection.
Yep. Very big thumbs up too.
Yep.
Yeah, because the and the reason why is that the highlights, the biggest highlights are Billy Joel, Ruth Pointer, Betty Milder, and Huey Lewis.
Hmm.
Those are the biggest the biggest highlights. And even though I'm not familiar with Huey Lewis's discography or Betty Milder's discography, I I never heard I never heard any of their albums, but what what they did on the soundtrack is fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially especially Betty Milder, like the way she played Georgette in the film, and she's like one of the funniest characters in the film.
Hmm.
Like she's an arrogant, she's obnoxious, but she's funny.
Right.
Like she's obnoxiously funny,
Hmm.
and that's how you make that's how you make obnoxious characters funny.
Right.
Make the obnoxious, but not too much, but not to the point where they're mean spirited.
Hmm.
Yeah, she just pampered. That's what it is. A pampered poodle,
Right.
but she does have a heart of gold underneath that fiery personality. She does have a heart of gold.
Hmm. I
Yeah.
agree.
And another thing I love about the film is how realistic it is. It's realistic because compared to other Disney films where they take place in like fancy settings,
Hmm.
this one takes place in real life setting, New York. Like it's not fictional. Everything it all takes place in New York City. So nothing is fictional. Like well, except for the characters, but the setting is not fictional because it takes place in New York City.
Right.
Yeah, the characters makes the characters are the characters are fictional. They're not real, but the setting is real. New York City is real. Yeah,
I agree.
and the fact that again, people people might think that um, New York is a good place to live in, but it's a but it can also be a very hard place to live in
Yeah, it has its flaws, definitely. You know.
because again, you got street thugs, loan sharks,
Right.
and speaking of loan sharks, Sykes is a one is one of those loan sharks. He's by far one of the darkest. Well, again, well, aside from Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame,
Hmm.
He's by far one of the darkest villains because again, he's a lone shark. He's not no supernatural being like Jafar or the Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty. No, he's
Right.
a lone shark, a lone shark, a lone shark. And Frollo, and Frollo, he's also one of the darkest um, Disney villains because he's just a corrupted man
Hmm.
who thinks that what he's doing is good, even though what he's doing is bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's that moral myopia is is where you may think you have good intentions, but you're doing it the wrong way.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that's how Frollo got punished. Is that he did what he did was against God's wishes, and
Right.
he committed and he committed every sin in the Bible,
Yeah.
every sin, every sin in the Bible: lust,
Hmm.
envy, gluttony, sloth, pride, wrath. Yep, lust, envy, gluttony, sloth, pride, wrath. Yeah,
Right.
he
Right.
he committed. He not only did he embody the sins, but he also committed those sins.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's one of the Hunchback of Hunchback of that Hunchback of Notre Dame. That's by far one of the darkest Disney films ever made.
Yeah, it is.
One of the darkest. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it has an issue. Yes, it has issues, but it's by far one of the darkest films it's he has ever made. Well,
Hmm.
well, not he. Well, the company ever made.
Right.
Because how many Disney films? How many Disney films can tackle things like lust, genocide, damnation, sin, and e- infanticide,
Hmm.
and which is killing newborns. What it is,
Right.
yeah, which we don't condone at all.
But exactly.
Yeah, we we don't we don't condone that crap at
Mhm.
all. So with that being said, I'm gonna end this live stream right here. So th- this has been a very fun review of the
Yeah.
Oliver and Company soundtrack.
Most definitely.
Make sure you have this in your collection. And this 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 is Rashawn Butler,
Mike's movies.
and also and make sure you subscribe to to Mike's movie channel, and make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. And our next review, high power, and our next review is going to be Billy Joel's two albums, An Innocent Man and Glass Houses. So be on the lookout for that. And that's going to be on Monday at 10:30 p.m. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next live stream. Peace.
Peace.